Very good afternoon, dear students. By keeping your opinion into consideration, today I am trying to record my video. Hope you will like it. Welcome to the online mode of teaching initiated by our college. Today we will discuss about the unit number 3 of our chemistry subject. Now in this unit number 3 there are 4 subtopics. These subtopics are number 1 heterocyclic compound, number 2 dyes, number 3 drugs, and number 4 polymer. Okay. So let us start with the part A, that is heterocyclic compound. Now, before starting, just have a look on the syllabus. What exactly we have in our syllabus. Okay. So, in heterocyclic compound, we have to study the introduction part about it. Then, specifically, we will study the molecular orbital picture of furane and pyridine only. Then, the aromaticity of furane, thiophene, pyrrole, and pyridine. Then, Hunt's methods for the synthesis of pyridine. Then, general mechanism of electrophilic and nucleophilic substitution reactions of the pyridine. Okay. Then we will study the chemical reactions of pyridine. Now there are several reactions of pyridine, but we will study only two reactions, Chichibabin and the hydroxylation. Okay. Then the comparison of the basicity of pyrrole and pyridine. Then preparation of indole by Fischer-Tropsch synthesis, preparation of quinoline by Scrub synthesis, and preparation of isophenolene by Wissler-Napier synthesis. Okay. So this content we have to study. So let us start with the introduction part. Okay. Now, what is meant by heterocyclic compound? So let us read the definition. The cyclic compounds having at least one atom other than carbon. That one atom is called as heteroatom. Okay. In the ring, that means cyclic compounds having one atom, at least one atom other than carbon in the ring, are termed as heterocyclic compounds. Now, the most common heteroatom found in heterocyclic compounds are nitrogen, oxygen, and sulfur. Okay. Then, the heterocyclic compound can be divided into three categories majorly. Okay. What is number 1? Based on the number of atoms present in the cyclic compound, these are divided into three categories. Number 1 is the 5-member heterocyclic compound. Number 2 is the 6-member heterocyclic compound, and number 3 is condensed heterocyclic compound. Now, what is meant by 5-member heterocyclic compound? Okay, so these are the 5-member ring compound. As the name implies, 5-membered. What does it indicate? That means there are 5 carbons or 5 atoms in the ring. Okay, so these are the 5-membered ring containing one or more heteroatom in the ring. What are the examples? Number 1, these are the two types. Okay. Number 1 type is the compounds having only one heteroatom, and number 2 is the compounds having 2 heteroatoms. So number 1, compounds having one heteroatom. So best example of this category are furane, pyrrole, and thiophene. They contain oxygen. Furane contain oxygen, pyrrole contain sulfur, and thiophene contain furane contain oxygen, pyrrole contain nitrogen, and thiophene contain sulfur as the heteroatom. These are examples of this category. Okay. So these are the structure of this compound. The furane, 5-membered cyclic compound having oxygen. Pyrrole, 5-membered cyclic compound having nitrogen. And thiopene, 5-membered cyclic compound having sulfur. Then number 2 category of this 5-membered, that is compounds having 2 heteroatoms. So the oxazole, imidazole and thiazole are the examples of this category. What are the structure of this compound? Look at it. This is the structure of oxazole, 5-membered compound, okay, but having 2 heteroatoms. So oxygen and nitrogen. This compound is called as oxazole. Again, 5-membered heterocyclic compound having 2 heteroatoms. This is compound called as imidazole. And then another 5-membered heterocyclic compound with 2 heteroatoms is thiazole, sulfur and nitrogen. These are the 2 heteroatoms. Okay, so very simple. Then we will go to the 6-membered heterocyclic compound. So these are obtained by replacement of 1 or more carbon atom of the benzene ring. Okay, and they are isoelectronic. They have isoelectronic heteroatom. Okay? Now you know benzene ring, it contains 6 carbon atoms. Now if one of the carbon atom of the benzene ring is replaced by the heteroatom, the compound will be 6-membered heterocyclic compound. Okay? So the best example of this category is pyridine. So this is the 6-membered heterocyclic compound containing nitrogen as a 1 heteroatom. This is called as pyridine. Then pyridazine, it contains 2 heteroatoms. So if 2 heteroatoms are nitrogen at 1,2 position, compound is called as pyridazine. Its another name is 1,2-diazine. Then third compound is pyrimidine. When 2 nitrogens are present at 1,3 position, the compound is called as pyrimidine. Okay. So another name of this compound is 1,3-diazine and pyrazine. Last example is pyrazine. So in pyrazine, the 2 heteroatoms, that is 2 nitrogens, are present at 1 and 4 position. It is also called as 1,4-diazine. Okay. So pyridine containing 1 heteroatom and pyridazine, pyrimidine and pyrazine, these are containing 2 heteroatoms. Okay. So these are some examples of 6-membered heterocyclic compound. Then the last category is condensed heterocyclic compound. So what is meant by condensed heterocyclic compound? The condensed heterocyclic compounds can be obtained by combination of the 2 rings. Okay? So one ring will be the carbocyclic, just like a benzene, and another ring will be the heterocyclic. Okay? So read the definition. They consist of 2 or more fused rings. 2 rings will be fused, okay, which can be partly carbocyclic and partly heterocyclic. So the example of this category are indole, phenolene and isoprene. What are the structures? Look at it. Indole, 6-membered benzene ring fused with 5-membered pyrrole. Okay. What is the position of fusion? If you start with nitrogen, number 1, so this will be 2, this will be 3. So fusion will be at 2,3 position. Okay. So this compound is called as indole, 6-membered benzene ring fused with pyrrole ring. Then phenolene. What is phenolene? It is the 6-membered benzene ring fused with 6-membered pyridine ring. Okay. What is the position of fusion? If you start with nitrogen 1, this will be 2, this will be 3. Okay. So the 2 rings are fused together at position 2 and 3. That compound is called as phenolene. Then isophenolene. So isophenolene is also the fused heterocyclic compound obtained by the fusion of 6-membered benzene ring with 6-membered pyridine ring. Okay. Only difference is the position of fusion. If you start with nitrogen, position number 1, so this will be 2, this will be 3 and this will be 4. So fusion will be at position number 3 and 4. Okay. So if benzene ring is fused with pyridine ring at position 3 and 4, but your compound is obtained, that is called as isophenolene. Okay. I hope you have understood it. So this was about the classification of the heterocyclic compound. Now in the literature, if you go through the books, you will obtain so many heterocyclic compounds with large classification. But as you are at preliminary level, we have restricted the classification for only introduction of few compounds. Okay. Then molecular orbital picture of furane. Okay. So we will start on 5-membered heterocyclic compound. So the first example is furane. Now it is the only example which we have to study. We have another 2 heterocyclic compounds, that is pyrrole and thiopurine. Okay, but we will not study that. So molecular orbital structure of furane. Now furane can be represented as how CN, like this 5-membered heterocyclic compound containing 2 double bond and 1 oxygen. Now this oxygen is having 2 lone pairs. One lone pair is out of the ring and one lone pair is within the ring. Okay. So this is the structure of the furane. Now how you can explain the structure of furane? Okay. So let us start. Furane is 5-membered planar ring. Furane is 5-membered planar ring. The study on X-ray diffraction and some other parameters suggested that furane is 5-membered planar ring. Now what does the planar ring indicate? It indicates that both carbon as well as oxygen are in sp2 hybridized state. Okay, you know it, geometry of sp2 hybridization, trigonal ring. Okay, so the carbon and oxygen in furane are sp2 hybridized. So you know the hybridization of the carbon. Look at here. This is the excited state electronic configuration of the carbon. So it contains 2s1, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz1. Out of these 4 atomic orbitals, 1 2s and 2 2p, that is 2px and 2py, they undergo sp2 hybridization to form 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. Whereas these 2pz atomic orbital do not participate in hybridization, it remains unhybridated. Okay? Likewise, if we go through the electronic configuration of oxygen, it has excited state electronic configuration as 2s2, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz2. Okay? So now actual electronic configuration is 2px2, 2py1 and 2pz1. But since we are interested in the orbital which is having unpaired electron, the orbital with paired electron, that is 2pz, we have shifted on right hand side. Okay. So out of these 4 atomic orbitals, 1 2s and 2 2p undergo hybridization to form 3 sp2 hybrid orbital. Okay. Whereas 2pz orbital containing 2 electrons remains unhybridized. So 3 sp2, here is the discussion. Okay. So whatever I have spoken is here. 3 sp2 hybrid orbital of each carbon atom and oxygen are in the plane with bond angle of 120 degree. So I told you the fan, electric fan, okay, ceiling fan, which is having 3 blades. So consider 3 blades of electric fan as a 3 sp2 hybrid orbital. Okay, and what is the geometry of that blade? That fan, it is trigonal plane. So same geometry we will obtain. Okay, so what is the bond angle? 120 degree. So 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals of each carbon and oxygen are in plane with bond angle of 120 degree, while unhybridized 2pz atomic orbital remain perpendicular to the plane as shown below. How? Look at it. This is the carbon which is sp2 hybrid. Okay, so these 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals are in plane like the 3 blades of fan, and the 4th atomic orbital, that is 2pz, which is unhybridized, remains perpendicular to the trigonal plane. Okay, perpendicular to the trigonal plane. I hope you know it very well because we have already taught you in the BSc first year. Okay. Then in the same way, the sp2 hybridized orbitals of oxygen will be like this. So 3sp2 will be in plane and one atomic orbital, that is 2pz, will be perpendicular to the plane. Okay. Now what is important to focus? All the orbitals of carbon has one unpaired electron, isn't it? But if you go to the orbitals of oxygen, out of 3sp2, only 2sp2 are with unpaired electron, whereas 1sp2 is having lone pair. In the same way, 2pz atomic orbital has 2 electrons. Okay, so 2 paired electrons. So each carbon and oxygen atom uses their hybrid orbitals. Which hybrid orbitals? Containing unpaired electron and overlap with each other to form a 5 sigma bonds of cyclic ring. How? Like this. Look at it. Okay? Like this, they overlap. So this is 1sp2, 1sp2 of carbon, 1sp2, 1sp2 of carbon, 1sp2, 1sp2 of carbon, 1sp2, 1sp2 of oxygen, and 1sp2, 1sp2 of carbon. So out of 3sp2 hybrid orbital, each carbon as well as oxygen utilizes their 2sp2 hybrid orbital for overlap with each other. Okay, which type of sp2 hybrid orbital? The orbitals containing only unpaired electrons. That means this sp2 and this sp2 of oxygen and any 2sp2 of carbon, they overlap with each other to form a sigma skeleton like this. Okay, whereas each carbon uses the remaining third hybrid orbital, okay, to form a sigma bond with 1s atomic orbital of hydrogen atom. 1s atomic orbital of hydrogen atom. The pair of electrons in the third hybrid orbital of oxygen, this is the third hybrid orbital of oxygen. So the pair of electrons in the third hybrid orbital of oxygen is remain unshared. So this is the formation of a sigma bond in the fluorine. Okay, I hope you have understood it. Then what about the formation of the pi bond? Okay, now all sp2 hybrid orbitals of carbon and oxygens are utilized, but you know the 2pz atomic orbital on carbon as well as oxygen are still remain. Okay, so what does they do? The unhybridized 2pz orbitals on each atom are parallel to each other. Okay, तो सिग्मा स्केलेटन कैसे फॉर्म होगा? प्लेन में फॉर्म होगा, एक ही प्लेन, हॉरिजॉन्टल प्लेन में सिग्मा स्केलेटन फॉर्म होगा और उस प्लेन को हर एक एटम में से 2pz एटॉमिक ऑर्बिटल परपेंडिकुलर रहेगी. ओके, इट विल बी द परपेंडिकुलर. सो or it will be the parallel. All the 2pz atomic orbitals will be parallel to each other. Okay, hence they overlap laterally to form a continuous pi cloud above and below the ring. So it forms the molecular orbital. How? Like this. See here. This is the 2pz atomic orbital on oxygen. This is your sigma skeleton. ये वाला क्या है? सिग्मा स्केलेटन है जो हॉरिजॉन्टल प्लेन में है. ओके, और उस प्लेन को 2pz एटॉमिक ऑर्बिटल परपेंडिकुलर है. तो सब के सब 2pz एटॉमिक ऑर्बिटल एक दूसरे को कैसे है? पैरेलल. ओके, सो दे ओवरलैप लैटरली फ्रॉम अबव द प्लेन एंड बिलो द प्लेन. फ्रॉम अबव द प्लेन एंड बिलो द प्लेन. सो 2pz of oxygen containing 2 electrons while 2pz of each carbon containing 1 electron. Okay, so they overlap laterally from above the plane and below the plane to form a pi cloud. Okay, so this pi cloud forms molecular orbital. Now if you count the number of electrons, 1 2 3 4 5 6, so due to 6 electrons in pi molecular orbital fluorine is aromatic in nature. So this is the orbital picture of fluorine, okay, which has been shown. Another orbital picture we can show like this. See here, carbon, 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 carbon and oxygen. They are at horizontal plane, and these are the equivalent atomic orbital perpendicular to the horizontal plane, and they are parallel to each other. So they overlap laterally from above the plane and below the plane to form a delocalized pi club. Okay, so this is how the pi molecular orbital is formed in the fluorine. Okay, so this much information you have to write if it is asked in examination. Then next topic in our syllabus is molecular orbital picture of pyridine. Okay, molecular orbital picture of pyridine. Now, how the pyridine is formed? So structure of pyridine can be represented like this. See here. Okay, 6-membered cyclic compound containing one heteroatom, that is nitrogen. So how it is formed? Pyridine is 6-membered planar ring. So now study indicates that this molecule is also planar. So what does this planar geometry of the compound indicates? It indicates the sp2 hybridization of both carbon and nitrogen. Now here there will be no oxygen, here will be nitrogen. Okay, so we know the electronic configuration of carbon as explained in the fluorine and electronic configuration of nitrogen. Now electronic configuration of nitrogen can be represented like this: excited state electronic configuration. Okay, 2p-s2, 2p-y1, 2p-y1, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz1. Okay, so out of the 4 atomic orbitals of carbon, first 3 orbitals participates in sp2 hybridization, whereas 2pz remain unhybridized. In the same way, in nitrogen, first 3 atomic orbitals they undergo sp2 hybridization, and the 4th atomic orbital remain unhybridized. Okay, so out of these 3 sp2 hybridized orbitals of each carbon and nitrogen are in plane, just like the 3 blades of fan. Okay, the 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals of each carbon and nitrogen are in the plane with the bond angle of 120 degree, while unhybridized z atomic orbital remain perpendicular to the plane. I showed you how, like this. See here, this is the sp2 hybridized carbon hybrid orbital. They are oriented trigonally, okay, in horizontal plane, and the 4th is perpendicular to the horizontal plane. And the nitrogen hybrid nitrogen sp2 hybridized state can be represented like this. So these are the 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals, just like the 3 blades of fan, and the 4th atomic orbital, which is unhybridized, remains perpendicular to the plane. Okay, now in the same way, out of the 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals of each carbon and nitrogen, the 2 sp2 hybrid orbitals, they overlap with each other. They overlap with each other to form a sigma bond. Okay, so each carbon and nitrogen uses the 2 hybrid orbitals. Now, which type of hybrid orbital? The orbitals containing only unpaired electrons. So any 2 from carbon and this one from the nitrogen. So containing 1 unpaired electron and overlap with each other to form a 6 sigma bond of the cyclic ring of the pyridine. Okay, while each carbon atom uses the remaining 3rd hybrid orbital to form a sigma bond with 1s atomic orbital of hydrogen. Okay, so the pair of electrons in the 3rd hybrid orbital of nitrogen remains unshared. So how the sigma bond formation takes place? Like this. See here, this is nitrogen, carbon, 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 carbon. So out of 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals of nitrogen and carbon, any 2 containing unpaired electron, they overlap with carbon, these two of this carbon, these two of this carbon, these two of this nitrogen, these two of this carbon, these two of this carbon. Okay, so they overlap to form a 6-membered sigma skeleton, whereas third hybrid orbital of carbon containing one unpaired electron overlap with 1s atomic orbital of hydrogen atom to form a 5CH bond. Okay. Now the sp2 hybrid orbital of the nitrogen, third sp2 hybrid orbital, which has already 2 electrons, so it will not participate in the bonding. It remains unshared. Okay. So this is how the sigma bonding takes place. Now sigma bonding you can represent in another way. Okay, like sigma skeleton you can represent 6 sigma bond, 5CH part 1, and this pair of electron on nitrogen completely filled remain unshared. Okay, so this is how your sigma skeleton is formed. Now you know the pyridine is basic in nature. Pyridine is a base. Now the base means what? It has a lone pair of electron. Okay, so the basic nature of pyridine can be explained on the basis of this lone pair. Okay, so this nitrogen is having unshared pair of electron in sp2 hybrid orbital. So that's what pyridine is basic in nature. Okay, so this is all about this sigma skeleton of the pyridine. Okay, now formation of a pi skeleton of pyridine. How the pi skeleton is formed? So it is same just like a furan. Okay, so you know each nitrogen as well as carbon has unhybridized 2pz atomic orbital perpendicular to the horizontal plane. Okay, so unhybridized 2pz atomic orbital of each atom, they are perpendicular to the horizontal plane, but they are parallel to each other. Hence they overlap laterally to form a pi cloud, continuous pi cloud above and below the ring. So it forms pi molecular orbital. Okay. How? Like this. See here. Carbon, 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 nitrogen. So each is having 2pz atomic orbital containing unpaired electron. Each having unpaired electron. So they overlap laterally from above the plane and below the plane. Below the plane they overlap. Okay, to form a continuous pi. So this is the formation of pi bonding. Okay. Now if you count the number of electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it has 6 electrons. The pi molecular orbital means it is aromatic in nature. Now molecular orbital picture of the pyridine is like this. Another picture you can show like this. Okay. So delocalized pi cloud. This is your sigma skeleton. This is the horizontal plane. So this is pi cloud above the plane and this is pi cloud below the plane. Okay. So very simple, the molecular structure of pyridine. Is that clear? Yes. Then